Good morning, everyone. Today is June 12th, 2025. It is a Thursday. Um, I am so tired, but we have a lot to do today, and I work later, so I'm just going to go right into it. Let me get my description pulled up. 612. So, goals for the day are brush teeth, make a morning video log. We're about to go cherry picking at my grandpa's house. They have a cherry tree, and he was like, "Hey, if you don't come within a week, like they're gonna be all over the ground, so come pick some." I was like, "Sick." And then goal was wake up at 8:30. I did do that. I need to finish laundry, so I need to finish organizing this laundry, and then we have another laundry load to wash. Then I want to edit some video logs, and I need to label and transfer my video logs onto my hard drive. And then after we go cherry picking, we need to go deposit my check at the bank and pay our phone bill. So I was like, that's all the plans for the day. 8:30. Good. Cool. That's pretty much it we got going on. Work at 4. I was like, Ava doesn't work today, which is lame, but it's fine. I should put my hair up. No, I'm tired today, but I do need to get my laundry done. I think it'll make me just feel better about myself, and then I want to refold that blanket and put my robe away. I watered the beans last night, and the beans are looking great. The other plants in the garden, I think the other ones that are going to live are the tomatoes, and then there's some carrots that I had planted I think are going to live, really. But other than that, I'm like hoping that the beans produce pretty good yield. They're not exactly in like a sunny spot of the yard, which my grandpa thought was not a great idea or a great plan. And I'm like, I don't know how many hours of sunlight a bean plant is recommended, but I know beans are pretty much like, I was like, we used to joke in middle school when we were like doing our little bean plants, they were like god plants, like they just couldn't die. You just can't kill a bean plant unless the bean like you planted is like bad. And so we would joke about that, but I was like, honestly, all of them are like alive. Like the ones that have like really rooted are all alive, and some of them are like falling over. We had a storm a couple nights ago, and so a couple of them are like falling over. But the tomatoes seem pretty happy. Well, it was like there was two types of tomatoes. One was like thick, like heirloom tomatoes, and then there was another like Roma-esque tomato. I don't think they were actually Roma tomatoes, but it was like called like a garden tomato or something. And then the garden tomatoes are not doing that well, but the big tomato plants, the ones that are supposed to yield like big tomatoes, are like standing up pretty decently on their own. So it all just depends on like how well they root into the ground. They could all still die. Like they're kind of in that weak period where it's like, do I like this dirt? Is this good? Is life good or is it bad? You know. So yeah, I'll get out there and check on them today. I was like, I'm pretty sure this is about the time where the beans are getting sun. So I was like, I'll probably go see them in their happiest moments. But yeah, that's pretty much the plan for the day. We're gonna go pick these cherries. I think they'll be good. I'm planning on pitting a lot of them and then freezing them. I think that'll be like really really good. I'm thinking about like the best way to pit them might just be a straw, but I feel like the cherry seeds are a little too thick. Like we have metal straws, so I feel like the cherry pits might just be a little too thick, but I think it might work anyways. So yeah, and then other than that, I'm like cherries are probably I was like, well, I mean, I don't make smoothies a lot, but I would say that cherries are one of the worst fruits to make smoothies with because the skin is like thicker, depending on the cherry, obviously. But the skin is like thicker and it's like harder to break down. Like in a blender, and so you end up like little like strips of cherry skin. So I don't know what we'll do with them yet. We'll find out. But yeah, I think free fruit is always a good plus. So yeah, I'm gonna go get on that, and I will talk to you guys all this evening. See ya.
One eternity later.
Hey, good day, everybody. Today is gonna be a video log for June 12th, 2025. It was a Thursday. Obviously my voice is going, and last night it was still not ideal. So, I'm just gonna go over everything we did during the day. I know I did make my morning video log yesterday, and then afterwards I played some video games, and then I went and picked cherries at my grandpa's house. He has like an amalgamous tree basically. So he has a bunch of like different branches grafted onto this tree base, and so I'm like pushing like apricot branches aside with like unripe apricots to pick ripe cherries, and I'd get like a whole grocery bag of cherries, like an absurd amount of cherries, and it was really really fun. There was a lot of bugs. I didn't expect so many bugs, but I guess that's just nature, you know. And so
yeah, went and picked a bunch of those, and then came home. It started raining while I was out there, so I was like, now's a good time to call it. We're good. And so headed home. When I got home, I heated up some pot roast and started the load of laundry. All the goals today, I'll just go over that first, were brush teeth, morning video log, cherry picking at 10, wake up at 8:30, finish laundry, like organizing laundry, do another load of laundry, edit video logs, label video logs, deposit my check after picking the cherries, and pay the phone bill. The only ones we didn't do were pay phone bill, deposit the check after picking cherries. I forgot my check, so I didn't do that. And then edit video logs. So once I got home, I started that load of laundry and then heated up some pot roast. I ate that, and then Korey and I played around with Crab Champions. And then I went downstairs and was pitting the cherries. So I took like a plastic straw, like a hydro flask straw, like a thicker plastic straw, and was like stabbing it through the cherry pits and like pulling the seeds out. It was actually really fun. I had a lot of fun doing it. I'm sure there's a better way to do it. Like if I had like a thin metal straw, I could have like way faster, but it worked. And then yeah, I washed all the cherries and then pitted them all, and I put them in like little quart Ziploc bags, and I was put them in the freezer, so I have like frozen cherries now. And then I figured they'll just save better that way, and frozen fruit, right? And then I washed all the seeds that I pitted and like put them in a little plastic bag. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with cherry seeds. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they contain cyanide. Am I crazy for thinking that? Cherry seed danger. Amygdalin, which releases cyanide when metabolized. That's crazy. Wow, yeah. So I just have a whole bunch of cherry seeds. But yeah. So the other thing with that, and then the juice. I had like juice all over my fingers from the cherries, and it stained my fingers like crazy. Like I washed my hands, and it literally my fingers just looked disgusting, and I was like, ooh, like it's just such like thick. It's so strange color, because the cherry juice isn't red. It's like a weird like I'd almost call it like a plum color, like they're kind of like small plums, and I was just like, what? This is weird, dude. But I like a light plum, not like a purple plum. I should specify, like a peach plum, more like. But yeah. And then Korey wanted Subway, so I stopped what I was doing, finished up, and we got dressed for work, and we went to Subway. I got a meatball sandwich. I got my rotisserie chicken one, and then I have 3 Subway sandwiches that I rotate through, and then I headed straight to work after that. And work was super boring. I had 2 tables before 8:00, and then 4 tables after 8. And I was just like, dude, I knew it was going to pick up at 8. I knew it was. But one of the girls each had back tables, so they made okay money. I think I had a back table too, and they took me like $15 maybe, something like that, like 7. I can't remember if it was 7 or 15. It was so yesterday, But yeah, it was fun. And then yeah, I was just chilling at work. I was joking around with them. We had nothing to do. And they would kept making comments and just I thought it'd be kind of fun to have nothing to do at work. This is boring. I was like, dude, I know. I'm just reading my book, just chilling. And then yeah, a lot of stuff has been coming out recently. Obviously, you guys will see this in the future, so it doesn't matter. But a lot of stuff's been coming out about the LA protests. And so a lot of people are protesting in LA. There's 4 blocks where people are basically just hey, standing around waving signs, right? And the news has painted it LA is burning, dude. And there's this image, if you're watching this way in the future, look it up. I was Mexican flag burning Waymo. Waymo, Waymo. Images. And you'll see, I should just put burning car. Mexican flag guy, burning car. No? Okay. LA protest, burning car. Burning car. Police vehicles, Waymos, Mexican flag. Dude, I know he exists. It's basically, everyone's been shown this image of this dude on a motorcycle driving around a burning car waving a Mexican flag. It's essentially what you see, right? It's standing on top of the car and he's just waving a Mexican flag. And it's the car's on fire, burnt or whatever, right? And so what I equivocated to is like, even during that time, that's how. I'll just look this up. How many square miles is LA? 502 square miles. How many square miles is average city block in LA? I don't know. Acre to mile. 1 acre is, wow, a very small amount of square miles. So let me do some quick math here with you guys here. So 2.5 times 0.0016. I'll just round up. Times 0.0016 equals. So it's literally, there are 502.7 square miles in LA of land, like houses, downtown city, everything. They are literally 4 city blocks, okay? So it's like literally 0.016 of the city. So it's literally like, and how do you say that's a, wait, hold on. Yeah, so this is acre to mile, 0.004 of a mile. So it's 0.016 square miles of city. Like, not like a six, what is that? It's a 100th of a square mile of a city. 100th of a square mile of a city. 100th of a square mile, and there's 502.7 square miles. So it is the tiniest, and I mean the tiniest portion of LA. Like a very small portion of LA, like 4 city blocks. Like it's a very small portion. You could say it's less than 0.1% of LA. Like it's less than 0.01% of LA where these protests are occurring. So 99.99% of LA is business as usual, right? Like aside from the police force, most of it is completely normal. As the dude is standing on the car waving a Mexican flag, there's people a block away living their normal lives, like completely normal lives. That's it. Like the city isn't burning, but the media paints this picture, and I always equivocate it to. There was a meme, probably 2017, where it's a bunch of journalists huddled around this burning TV in the middle of a normal street. Like, it is the only thing on fire. And it's just a whole bunch of journalists like, oh my god, burning TV, burning TV. They're taking photos of it, and you see the news articles, and it's like, city in disarray after this. And it's like the photo of the burning TV, but when you see the video of it panning around, everything else is business as usual. And so it's this narrative that's being created and projected. Like, very obviously so. Like, very obviously so. They're not trying to hide it. Like, I like to think, I think critically. When I see something, I go to fact check it. When I see one thing multiple times, I sit there and I'm kind of like, this is the same story. So when I sit there and see the same 3 instances from 10 different angles, like I say 3, it's probably 5 now, right? 5 instances from 10 different angles each. I'm sitting there going, there's been 5 violent instances in 5 days of protests with over like 10,000 people there. That's an incredible percentage. Like, high key, that's a very high percentage of peaceful protesting. That's 99.9% peaceful protests. You know, it's like people see one violent image and they're just like, they're all Koreans, curs, violence. And it's just like, dude, one isolated image. Like what? You wouldn't show one patch of dead grass and be like, the whole yard is cooked. It's all dead. It's all burning. Like, oh my god, get over it, bro. And it's like, it's crazy to equivocate that. It's as if you looked out at your yard and saw, if I had to estimate, 150 dead grasses, like blades of grass, individual 150 dead blades of grass, and went, the whole yard is cooked. Society's going down the drain. we need to call the military in on these 150. Like, it's insane out here. And it's like, no, it's not, dude. The rest of the art's fine. Get over it. Like, it's fine. And I'm not sitting here going, oh, violence good. Burn window. Like, burn car. Wave Mexican flag. I'm not sitting here going, oh, that's good. Like, do more of that. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm saying these are isolated events. Very short term, very short lived. Right? Like, the people who are burning cars are facing consequences. This isn't some, like, everyone's a rioter. No, there's no riots. Like, there's no riots. There's no, like, as far as I know, as of today, June 13th, or as of today, June 12th, June 13th is where I am currently. As of June 12th, no one's died. Like, there's no death yet. No one's died. It's all peaceful protests. You know, like, when I say it's less of an intense generalization than to say all black people, or all white people, or all Asians, or all men and all women. Like, we use more intense generalizations in our daily lives that are more inaccurate. But because this is such a polarized political topic for some reason, people end up sitting here going like, this is bad, this is bad, this is so bad. It's really not, dude. It's not as bad as the media portrays it to be. And I'm like, I don't really think I have a big enough platform to want to, like, make a video about it and be like, guys, get your head out of the sand. Like, open your eyes. Use your critical thinker, okay? You can think that much deeper, right? Like, it's common sense to look at something and go, huh, and it all falls apart. Like, it really does. The narrative falls apart when you look into it yourself. Like, you can join a bunch of live streams, well, as of today, right now, and watch people protest. You can just do that. It's mostly peaceful. And I can't stress it enough. Critical thinking is, I've seen the same 5 images of something that's been going on for 5 days. They're 5 still images. They aren't moving. There's different angles, yeah, but it's the same exact images. It's the same exact events. It's only happened that many times. If it was actually, like, burning, dude, you'd see, like, California wildfires. There were videos of, like, sparks rolling in the streets, huge buildings up in flames. Like, LA was actually burning. And it's a bigger issue on the media now because there's race and gender and polarizing topics and patriotism and nationalism and like so many aspects have been dumped into the pot that they're just stirring. And I'm sitting here going, dude, it's not an insurrection. It's not a riot. Like, use your thinker. And I had this thought, and I'll share it here just because it's kind of a horrifying thought, but I had it when I was at Subway with Korey, is I can't tell if the current Republican administration under Donald Trump, the MAGA administration, I can't tell if they are genuinely convinced that LA is actually burning and actually in danger, because they're not there. I can't tell if they genuinely believe that this is some type of insurrection, or if they know the truth and are spinning it. Like, I can't tell if it's incompetence being weaponized and, like, polarized incompetence, or if it's like educated evil. Like, I can't tell. Like, it's actually, like, borderline impossible to tell because they spew so much misinformation. We call them rioters and insurrectionists, and it's like, dude, that's harmful rhetoric. Like, they're peacefully protesting a just cause. As a future president, it makes no sense to have a federal agency that isn't identifying themselves, wearing masks in public, driving unmarked vehicles. That's not fucking okay. Like, and anyone who can sit here and go, oh, no, they need to do that. No, that's not fucking cool. That's not fucking cool, dude. That's the cartel. Like, that's what the cartel does in Mexico. Why is it different here? Oh, because they have the federal government's approval. So, the cartel owns the Mexican government too, allegedly. Obviously, I'm not in Mexico. I don't know the current political status. But I'm sitting here going, dude, these are things that you complain about Mexico doing. But you're fine when it's an American, like, you're not cool with it on foreign land because they're oppressing people. But you're cool with it on American land because they're oppressing people you want oppressed. Like, that's not cool, dude. Treat everyone, like, we live in an equal society. Like, it doesn't matter if they're citizens or not. If they're criminals, that's cool. You can wear a damn name tag. You can take your fucking mask off.
Like this whole MAGA, you can't mask us, is now fucking cheering for people who are abducting people in unmarked cars wearing masks. Take the mask off. Like, how is the world so polarized that we're getting to a point where we want unaccounted and no due process kidnappings to occur because they're people we don't like? That's Nazis, dude. That's what the Nazis did. And I'm not exaggerating. That's what the Nazis did. Like, that's not an exaggeration. They did that. And we're now sitting here going, they're cool. Why are you protesting this? Because it's exactly what the fucking Nazis did. We went to World War over this. And we're cool with it on our homeland? Like, what? What? And I can't tell if they genuinely watch the media and genuinely believe the reports that LA is burning and believe everyone's an insurrectionist and a rioter, or if they know it's not true but need it to be to assume power. Like, I can't tell if it's polarized incompetence or weaponizing evil. Like, I genuinely can't tell. And that is one of the most horrifying parts of this administration, because we have a president who's obviously mentally declining. It's age. That's normal. I don't hold it against him, but secede power. It's normal. It's not irregular. And then J.D. Vance can muck it up so bad that Congress might actually go to impeach him. But we have representatives who literally have their head in the sand and don't actually care about things. And it's like when you have Congress who are passing $3 trillion spending bills, like $3 trillion deficit spending bills, what the fuck, dude? Like, you're not doing your job. And so I wrote in my description just daily thought about LA protests and blatant misinformation sharing in media, but it's true. It's so true. The media is all misinformation. You see it from one angle, and it misses the whole wide picture. You see the burning TV, you don't see the guy looking over at the journalist going, why the fuck are they crowding around that TV? Like, you don't see it, and I'm cursing now because I worked myself up. But I don't like that America's taking this turn. I don't like that. I don't think that we should suppress human rights no matter how we feel about humans. There's a difference between respecting someone, looking up to them, idolizing them, appreciating what they do, and respecting someone as, if I were in your situation, how would I want you to treat me? And then treating them that way. There's not a single ICE agent out there who, in the illegal immigrant situation, if they immigrated to another country, they would not want a masked man in an unmarked vehicle to literally put them into an unmarked vehicle and travel with them. Not a single one. No one wants that. But we're treating people that way, and I can't understand it. With that, I will leave you all to have a wonderful night, and I will see you all tomorrow.